Hello! I'm making another video. This one, I felt like the urge to do a Destiny 2 loadout video. Been playing some Destiny 2 lately. Pretty much only play PvP. PvE is very boring to me for the most part, unless I have something to chase, which I don't. I do not have anything to chase, really. I thought about chasing a Silicon Neuroma sniper rifle. It's in the Nightfall this week, and you can roll opening shot and snapshot, and I don't have any great kinetic sniper, or I thought I didn't. But the thing is, I don't snipe. I'm getting too old. You're probably going to hear that a lot in this video. But I'm old. And so I've just reached a point where I realize I just can't snipe. I can't do it. A lot of it's psychological too. I have a lot of weird mental habits. And like when I snipe, a lot of it is like I start pressing. I start trying to hit headshots. I get into this bad thing of like I only want to use my sniper until my ammo's gone. And so I neglect actually playing to win or playing to get kills. It's just bad all around, and I've pretty much given up. I'm just too old. I mean, I'm over 40, let's put it that way. And it's on the wrong side of over 40 too. So I really don't have any like twitch reflexes anymore, so it's kind of hard. Now it's weird because I don't know if I'm kind of bad at Destiny PvP because I'm old. Like I wish I could go back in time to when I was 20 and see how good I could get at the game, or if I'm just naturally kind of bad at it. But anyways, it's sad to think you can never go back in time, man. I'll never know, like, hey, if I was 18, would I be really good at the PvP in this game? Because it would be really cool to be really good at the PvP in this game. I love the whole scene. I watched Defizzle, Guardian, Grenader, I call him Grenader Jake, whatever the hell. Frostbolt, ZK Mushroom, all those guys. I watch like the hardcore trials stuff, and it's like, but I can't be at that level. I can't even be close to that level, and I know I'm too old to get close to that level. So it's kind of sad for me that, like I said, I don't know if I was young, if I have the natural talent to be good, but it would be fun to be actually kind of be good enough to where I could play at a high level. I'm sure I wouldn't be as good as those guys, but yeah, I can't. And so yeah, I don't even really do trials. I've got 2 flawless in the whole 10 years of playing Destiny. Or I guess 9 years, because it came out in 2014. Kind of 8. Wait, is that right? 8 going on 9, something like that. I've got 2 flawless. One was in D1. It was just an utter carry. Like, I think I posted on LFG asking for a carry. Some kids carried me. Second time, it was not like technically a carry, but it was pretty clear that I was like the worst of the 3 players on that team. But I felt like I helped. I did some good pulse rifle work in those matches. But yeah, that was in Destiny 2. So 1 flawless in D1, 1 flawless in D2. One of them outright carry. But yeah, so I don't even really play comp. I tried. I can get to like 3,500 at the most. I can't get to the 5,500. And I don't like trying because it really stresses me, and I like to just play quick play and screw around. But I think next season they're doing a comp rework, and I'm hoping for big things. I'm kind of really excited about that. If they have some kind of treadmill that you can like go up on, I'll be really into that, I feel like. Another problem with me is even though my KD is low, I'm like obsessed with numbers. I always have been. When I was a kid, I was obsessed with baseball stats. Everything. Like football stats. Give me a number and I'll like just be obsessed with it. So I'm really kind of like obsessed with my KD, which is a problem because it kind of hurts my enjoyment, because a lot of times I play for KD instead of just playing fun loadouts and not caring about KD or something like that. So yeah, so my efficiency this season is like a 1.6, which is, or whatever, I think it's KDA, I'm not sure, because whatever's on the Destiny Triumphs page, where you go to your Triumphs and you go to Crucible, The thing is, I kind of actually care for some reason about keeping that up. I don't know why. Like next season, I'm going to be like, screw it. I'm going to go into comp and trials. Because like now I don't want to play trials too much because I know it's going to send that 1.6 way down if I play a lot of trials. But it's like I may want to play trials. Like if KD wasn't or efficiency wasn't a thing, I'd be playing some trials maybe. But it's like I don't want to because I don't want to send my 1.6 way down, which is stupid because every once in a while I get like one, you know, that screen where you start off and it shows the top KD or efficiency. Every once in a while my 1.6 gets it. Rarely, but anyways, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm kind of going off on a tangent. I've been playing around with different loadouts lately. Yesterday I was trying this Pulse yesteryear. It's a Suros 390 RPM adaptive Pulse from Gambit, and I was doing really good with it for a little bit, but I've never liked Suros Pulses lately, except for I think I've talked about this like 100 times, except for Syncopation's pretty good, but Suros Pulses with the big dot in the middle, at least on console, I can't aim with them. They're very hard to get like precision shots at range, and to me they're just not usable at all for that. But I was doing good with yesteryear, so I don't yet like yesteryear because it's a Suros Pulse. That doesn't apply to Syncopation because it has like a precise dot sight. But so Suros Pulses are a non-starter for me. Yesteryear, Last Perdition, all them. You never see them in Crucible, so I'm right about that. Yesteryear, all the streamers were talking about how great it was. You never see that gun in Crucible. Just saying, I was right. It's trash. But I was doing, so I thought it was trash, but it's fun. I put it on yesterday and I was doing good with it for a while, but it didn't last. It is trash. But, so I was trying different loadouts and nothing was really working. I don't know if I think it's SBMM. I'm really getting, I think the population's low right now, so it's like only the good players left. For whatever reason, I keep getting thrown into hard lobbies. Like one of the main things I do in this game is I try to keep my KD above 1 for any given session. Again, I don't know why I'm obsessed with KD. Kind of obsessed with it. Not obsessed, but and I was having a really hard time, man, just trying different loadouts, and like I know I can always, my best loadout is like a messenger or a Stars and Shadow, a 340 pulse, and then like for the other side, just go with like a probably Shayer's Wrath would be the most dependable, or a sidearm, something like that. But now there's so many big maps in the game, you kind of need to run a scout for your, you can do that. But anyways, so I know that loadout's reliable, but yeah, I was really struggling yesterday trying to use yesteryear, especially I tried to use it on Eternity against some like pretty decent players, and I was getting just destroyed. It just doesn't have long range precision. So here I'm to talk about this loadout that I've been running for. It's like a good secondary loadout. I actually have been running it a lot, but it's a good loadout that works, that I know I can count on. Besides my it's the only really dependable loadout I think I have, besides one of the 340 pulse loadouts. But here's what it is. Now, there's two guns that go with this. It's kind of a max dad loadout because it's 2 rifles and nothing really for close range too much. It's an auto rifle, the Amid AR-2. I hate how right now we have this Telesto picture everywhere. It's annoying. And the Talons of the Eagle scout rifle. Now, the Talons of the Eagle is really the key to this loadout, and this gun is awesome. And this is, to explain it, it's a kinetic scout. It's the best archetype of scout by far. I don't know why this gun is only rated 3.3. People are smoking crack. Well, they don't have the good roll, but so it's the best. Everything I'm talking about, what's good and stuff is in reference to Xbox where I play. Maybe if you're on PC, it's different. I always throw that out there, but on console, no. The best archetype of scout rifle by far is the 150 RPM ones, because they can 3-tap in 0.8 seconds. And you use anything else, you're going to really suffer with a slow TTK. And you'll start noticing after a while. You lose all these battles with pulse rifles. Peace of Mind will be slaughtering you. You know, Messenger will be slaughtering you. And of course, you try to stay out of their range, but it's tough. You know, with a scout rifle, you're naturally going to be in some mid-range gunfights. It just happens. So what I love about these 150s is that .8 TTK is very competitive. 3-tap to the head. And it's great. I'm really happy also because I knew they were going to nerf these. And I was afraid they were going to nerf them really hard. I was afraid the 150 RPMs. They nerfed Jade Rabbit somewhat, so on and so forth. But they nerfed these 150s to where they can't. Before they could 2-tap one body on certain resilience, like 4 resilience and below, which is pretty rare anyway. And they took that ability away. They reduced the damage a little, where now it can't. It does like 71 to the head and 41 to the body, so one whatever that works out to. It can't 2-tap to the head, 1 to the body, I think, any resilience anymore. But I'm really happy because that doesn't matter. That happened very rarely. I mean, I've been playing with it for a while. Talons of the Eagle and also Polaris Lance. I just don't like Jade Rabbit for some reason. I just never use it. I mean, I know it's really good. I don't know why. I just like banned it. I just don't use it. I was always kind of like a Polaris Lance fanboy, so I mean, I probably may get out Jade Rabbit one of these days soon, but it's not as much better than all the other guns now as it used to be. But then all the other scouts, I mean. But yeah, but I'm really happy that the 150 scout nerf wasn't too bad at all, because you can still 3-tap to the head, and it does 71 to the head. That's what really matters. Because that's, like I said, even before this nerf, like 95, I would very rarely notice a 2-tap to the head, 1 to the body kill. I mean, sure, it probably happened here and there, but really the only people who are going to be running 4 res even possibly is hunters, because Titans just naturally have high res. Anyway, so like half the hunters will be running more than 4 res, so you know, at most maybe like 20% of the Crucibles probably running 4 res or lower. So, and then you would have to get the combo of 2 heads and a body, which is very rare. Anyways, the point is that I was very happy that the nerf kept the 3-tap to the head. The 371s is still very effective, and that was like 98% of my kills anyway, so it didn't nerf them much in my opinion. Now, let's look at Talons of the Eagle. It's really the key to this loadout, in my opinion, for a couple reasons, and you can't get it anymore. It's the old Iron Banner Scout. So I feel really fortunate to have this. I feel really fortunate that I dug it out of my vault, found out how good it was a couple months ago, 3 months ago, because I might have just never known. But I was searching around for 150 Scouts, and there's that one Percy's D that came out recently that people use. That one's terrible for a few reasons, but yeah, I hate it. There's a few other ones. There's Transfiguration, an old one from the Last Wish raid. I don't like it either. Here's the thing I discovered that I believe, at least on console again, it might be different on PC. You need high stability, okay? Because that's really key to getting those 3-taps quickly, because it's like bink, bink, bink. You gotta have the stability to be right on their head. And so the key to this Talons of the Eagle roll, this is the roll I have. And I put all the perks in that I have. Zen Moment. I have a Zen Moment opening shot, Talons of the Eagle. And again, thank goodness I kept this, because I might have forgotten about it, or I don't think I would dismantle it, but you never know. And as a stability masterwork, it has fired manual and fleeted barrel. There's multiple things I really like about this that I think set it above other scouts. First, these 150 are above other 150s. These 150s have terrible handling, okay? The handling is usually in the 20s. You look at Jade Rabbit. Jade Rabbit's handling is like 21. I pulled it up too. Handling on Jade Rabbit is 21, and you can't really do much about it. Unless I'm a hunter, so I don't have access to Ophidian aspects. I don't like Dragon Shadow just on principle, so I don't run it. I don't like the idea that you're using your dodge to get a buff instead of using your dodge naturally. But the way I have my, since it has fluted barrel, thank goodness it dropped with that. It has a 41 handling on this thing, so it's significantly, it's like 20 handling more. So the point is, than Jade Rabbit, and Polaris Lance is also like 26 handling, so it has a way more handling than those. And that's really nice. It's not the end of the world, but it's really nice because it kind of has like okay-ish handling, you know, which is really nice. It's really one of the keys to why this Talons of the Eagle is so good, in my opinion. Then we look at stability. It's pretty solid too. It's nothing compared to Jade. I thought Jade Rabbit had like really high stability. Did they nerf the stability too? That's crazy. I thought it had 80 stability. I thought they just nerfed the aim assist. Well, anyways, this says that it's 40 stability now. If that's true, that's big. Oh yeah, the Talons is even better now because it's like 49 base stability. Thank goodness again, I'm so fortunate with this roll that it drops with stability masterwork because that helps. And fluted because that's huge. And flared because that's a plus stability. And I mean, man, I'm so thankful for the roll I have. But the other big key, this is really the key more than the stability stat, is Zen Moment. Because I've discovered that really keeps your reticle down. Your bounce isn't real high. And that's really what allows you to get those quick 3 taps with this thing. Jade Rabbit has Zen Moment too. So does Polaris Lance. And notice those are all 3 really good. That's really the key to the whole roll, is Zen Moment. And then it has Opening Shot on top of that, which is, it's hard for me to tell exactly how much it's doing, but hey, I ain't going to turn it down. I love it. So yeah, this roll is incredible because Zen Moment really lets you get those quick 3 taps. It keeps the recoil down regardless of what your stability stat is. That's the key probably to the whole roll right there. And then that is like really, really good. And then that is also key because it makes your handling not terrible, just mediocre. There's a difference. This is good and this is good, you know. So you end up with, like I said, good. You can't get stats like this on like a Percy's D, really. I mean, you probably can, but it's really tough. He won't have Zen Moment, I believe. I don't think Percy's D can roll with that. There's multiple reasons why. And whenever I use Percy's D and try to use it in Kinetic instead of this, I'm like, oh, this is terrible. Another great thing about this is, and you may not think about it much, it has 21 zoom, and that's big. Because Percy's D has 22 zoom. The reason that matters is because the 21 zoom lets you just be a little more effective, a little more agile. It's like a low zoom sniper versus a higher zoom sniper. And Percy's D is a 22 zoom. And believe it or not, that you do notice that zoom. And that zoom really, I'd prefer Talons of the Eagle was a 20 zoom instead of a 21 like Jade is. It's a 20 zoom. But all things equal, I don't notice it, and it's just really effective. The sight picture, it's not the best sight picture in the world because the sight is a little bulky-ish, the scope on this Talons of the Eagle. But for whatever reason, it really works. It also has one of those chevrons like Mida, the little V thing, in my Bite of the Fox Sniper. But again, I don't know what it is, but those are actually kind of good. Like, here's a pro tip, and like no one's going to believe me or listen to this, but I believe a lot of people use the new red dot, what do you call it? The ornament on Mida to give it a red dot instead of the chevron. The chevron is a little V, the sight with a little V on it as your dot. But I was playing with it, and I swear the dot is worse. I suspected this. I don't like changing like the default sight because I feel like whenever you change it, like it's not working the way Bungie intended or something, if that makes any sense, and it probably doesn't. It's probably just me being OCD. But so yeah, I recommend just go with the chevron if you use Mida. Because, I don't know, but I felt like I was getting a lot more headshots with the chevron. Because I think it's just the way Bungie intended. And the dot sight kind of leads me to overcompensate. It's like too precise. So I don't know. I like the chevron, and the Talons of the Eagle kind of has a chevron, but you really don't even notice it, and it's really good regardless. So yeah, it's a really, really, really good 3-tap 150 Scout, 0.8 TTK, incredible range. I mean, the range stats is 68 and with 21 zoom. The damage fall off is almost 86. And believe me, you think that, oh, Scout range doesn't matter on a Scout. It does. I mean, people who think, I see all these idiot streamers who, don't know anything but a shotgun and a hand cannon. They'll be like, oh, I can't believe Scouts can have unlimited range. No, they don't. There is a lot of maps now where you will have damage fall off and you'll start not registering your crits. And I noticed it when I play with certain, I have like a tarnished metal, and I think it had like a 70 meter damage fall off or something, and you notice it, man. Like on Disjunction, there's a lot of Disjunction I go play outside. There's a lot of areas there where that tarnished metal can't hit in the back of the map, or it'll start doing body shots and stuff. Or you'll see damage fall off on it. I mean, same thing with Midtown, Atlanta Midtown. You'll see it there. This thing, not to say that it never has any damage fall off, but I mean, it's got a really good range. And like, it can hit, I killed somebody on like Wormhaven, I think it's called, just a while ago, just like before I'd made this video. It was so far away, he was in the back trying to snipe me, and I was doing 71 to his head, full, no damage drop off. I was really impressed. I was like, shit. He must have been like, damn, how did that dude kill me from like 80 meters? And a lot of snipers can't do that. Like even Mida, I believe. Mida probably has really heavy range stats. I'm not sure. But there's a lot that maybe hit 7. Like I said, Tarnished Metal was one I remember. But there's quite a few. Scouts, contrary to popular opinion, do not have unlimited range. But this one has really good range. And it reaches really far. Just FYI. And it's nice. It's actually nice. I've noticed it. Another one, I have a Tears of Contrition. There's another Scout, and it only has 19 zoom. I've noticed it has damage drop-off issues on certain lanes. Here and there. Of course it's a Scout, and you're not going to see damage drop-off a ton, but you will see it sometimes. And so the damage fall-off on the top of everything else, the damage fall-off is really good on this. So yeah, great Scout, and it's half of this Ultimate Dad loadout. Aim assist is 30, but I honestly don't notice. I think Destiny just has so much aim assist to begin with. This is not the highest aim assist in the world. It's another thing with these 150 Scouts. They have kind of lower aim assist. Believe me, I don't even notice this. It gets plenty of headshots. A quote-unquote low aim assist for Destiny is like still high aim assist. One thing I'd noticed is I hadn't even noticed till I checked before this video is I'm running a counterbalance mod, and it's been working so well for me. I'm going to keep it. You would either run a counterbalance or a target adjuster, probably, in my opinion. And problem with it, so it's a counterbalance put that at 86, and it's probably making the recoil straight up and down, helping with those 3 taps again. Like I said, I don't know. That's probably a personal preference because I don't worry about recoil direction on Scouts. I do on Pulses. But on this one, I don't know. I noticed I had a counterbalance on there, and it's working well for me, so I'm going to leave it alone. It probably does help with 3 taps, maybe. So yes, this weapon is fantastic, and it's half of the loadout. The other half is this Amit AR2, again, this Ultimate Dad loadout. Now what this is whenever I run a loadout, obviously I'm looking for like a long range and a short range. So this is the quote-unquote short range side of things. Now you always need something to gun down shotgun rushers, right? Because you're always going to have those in this game. Or, whatever, sidearm rushers, anything. This is really good at it. It's the Amit AR2. I can't remember what seasons came out, but it's easily craftable. You get one like right away to craft in some season or another. So I crafted it, of course. Here's my roll. I went with fluted. Kicks the handling up, which is always nice. Ricochet Browns. Everybody always goes with that because it's like stability and range. I went with the Stability Masterwork. That's going to be preference, but So this thing is an absolute laser beam. Trust me. I'm sure anyone knows this. I went with enhanced dynamic sway reduction. I normally don't even bother with enhanced perks because they're barely better. I think the only reason I did this one is because there was a triumph for doing double enhance. There was a, what is it? Damn. I think it was also a challenge, like a XP or what, I forget what they call them. But you got an XP, one of those. What do they call those? I think it's a challenge or something, weekly challenge, something. Where you get like 100,000 XP, and it was just like two enhanced perks on crafting a weapon with 2 enhanced perks or something. So I did this one. Like I said, normally I don't even bother with enhanced. Now, if it's something I really care about, like if I ever craft my BXR, I have all the red frames for it, I will definitely do enhanced. And plus, I have plenty of materials right now. But yeah, so I did enhanced on this. I got tap the trigger and dynamic sway reduction. And stability masterwork again. This might be, you may not like that if you're PC, but I'm console. So this gun is the quote-unquote close range side of this, but this is an ultimate dad loadout because like the close range side is not very close range. So you basically got like long range and close and like medium long range. So you're basically not doing any close range, which is as this loadout is intended, because I'm not good at close range. Whenever I'm in a close range fight, I realize that I'm already kind of lost in a way because I don't have the reaction times. That's why I'm increasingly not even running sidearms that much. I still use sidearms. I never used shotguns much. Sometimes, but anyways, it gives you that ability to just lay on the trigger that obviously auto rifles have, is nice. And so that's what you really need for the rushers, like a SMG or a AR is nice to like. You want, to me, what I like, I've noticed you can also run like a scout in a pulse, and I've actually been experimenting that for like a double long range loadout. But it's not really long, because if you go in that direction, I would recommend trying to get a pulse that's like really good at close range. Peace of mind would probably be ideal. I just don't like playing with peace of mind because I don't know why, it's just boring. It's really effective, but yeah. So this covers your like shotgun rushers because you can just lay on that trigger. It's unbelievably stable. With the tap the trigger and dynamic sway reduction perks, it's ridiculous. And the stability masterwork. And what I really love about this also is the range. Like, it says 30.5 damage drop off meters, but I mean, I swear it's up to like 35-ish. You know, I'm really hitting some mid range with this thing. I'm sure that's correct, but I guess the damage fall off curve on ARs is really good. I would assume. Meaning that, yes, you may start dropping off damage, but it goes very slow. Like some are, like a sidearm example of a damage drop off curve that drops off really fast. Like, let's say you're doing max damage of your sidearm to 17 meters, and let's say you're shooting somebody at 21. Like, you may be doing almost no damage to them already, or like half, I think, is the drop off. So like that's a really steep curve where like, and I'm sure it applies to aim assist and everything else too, where like you hit a wall with the sidearm. You know, you really can't use a sidearm at 30 meters. But if you had a auto right, or at even 25, let's say, even 25, or even 23 for the most part. Whereas this auto rifle can go way past its damage drop off. Like, it can still do work at like, still do pretty good damage at like 35 meters. You know, so it's great. It can play in the mid-range with pulses and scouts. It's great for shotgun rushers, like I said. It's not as good, of course, as like a Shaira's Wrath or it's deadly. I think it has like a .83 or a .8 TPK. It's still really great. You know, like I said, with those perks, it's just absolutely lethal. The craftable aspect of it, it's absolutely lethal. I thought about going with Adrenaline Junkie instead of Tap the Trigger, but I don't know. Tap the Trigger is like really good, so I've stuck with it. I think it's good. rather than a little more damage that's probably not ever really going to help you that much. So yeah, this loadout, you put these two together. I'm really happy I discovered this loadout. I've used it for a long time. It's time tested. So it's a good second loadout to my 340 pulse. Like if my life depended on loadouts. And in some ways, it's better. So the way you want to play it to me is like, I always have to make myself like main the auto rifle, because my tendency will be to main the, or to only use it in close range, but I try to remember to use it more in mid range, and it's really effective in those ranges. So, and then try to use the scout more for like where you would use a sniper. It's like I can't snipe, so the scout really is my sniper in a sense. So yeah, you just have to have a feel for like when to use each. And I'm sure I'm not the best at it, but yeah, this thing's really lethal. This Amit, and combine it with the. Now here's the problem. Like I said, you probably don't have access to Talons. I don't know what to say. You could just use Jade Rabbit for sure. The handling's not as good on Jade. Everything else is probably better. I haven't used Jade, but I like this also because it's legendary. It just gives you more flexibility. It's always a plus. But yeah, so that's pretty much the video. Like, this is a fantastic loadout and a very good effect. What I like is I like my loadouts to just go into any map without changing. Like, I was running some loadouts recently. What was I? I was running like a pulse, and it was like on long maps I'd try to use the scout, and then on short I'd switch to like a sidearm. But you know, use the pulse for mid range either way. But it's just like if you use a pulse and it's kind of a shorter range pulse, like yesteryear, on like, and then you load into eternity, it's kind of hard because you know that yesteryear is going to struggle on eternity. Whereas like if you have a Talons of the Eagle, you can get a lot of easy kills with dummies in the back who will try to shoot you with a pulse rifle, and you're sitting there with and they're getting all kinds of damage drop off, and you're sitting there with the scout that has no damage drop off at most ranges, and you just kill them. And you know the deal. A lot of people put on scouts on eternity anyway, or disjunction's another one. But I love to camp on disjunction. And the thing is, this scout's just better. Like, people will fight you with like a tarnished metal, a Mida, or whatever. You always remember this has a 0.8 TTK. Midas is 0.9. Tarnished metal is a 1.0. And you can really tell, like one time I fought an unbroken guy on disjunction, and he had Jade Rabbit out there, and I think I had tarnished metal. And he was just killing me every single time. Like, in scout rifles, the gun matters more than like if you're pulse rifles, you're battling with pulse rifles. You know, yes, it matters who has the better gun, but it's not going to be like 1000% the determiner. Scout rifles, like, you got to have that best scout rifle, or you're going to lose every single time. You know, and I really noticed that against this unbroken. I remember it well. He was suffocating me every time he was getting me with his Jade Rabbit, because I was trying to use tarnished metal, and a 1 second TTK just can't compete against a 0.8. Just can't. So that's when you need like the Talons of the Eagle or something like that. And yeah, so it's really, really good. And like I said, in scouts, 150s are king. I listened to the Massive Breakdown podcast, and this scout guy was on there, supposedly DeFly, and he had a hung jury with I forgot what that perk, that box breathing. So granted, it's a little different, but he was sitting there saying like, oh yeah, the 180 scouts are the best, you know, with rampage. No, I tried using those. They cannot compete with the 150. I don't know what that guy was smoking. Now, a hung jury might be a different beast because he has box breathing. I don't have a box breathing hung jury. But anyways, the point is 150s are much better than 180s in this game right now. I don't know what he's smoking in that front. But yeah, so this loadout, like I said, you can take this in any map because you got that scout if you load into Disjunction, Eternity, Midtown. Got the scout ready to go. You got the close range. If you were to load into Anomaly, which you don't really see much anymore. I'm trying to think of other close maps. Exodus Blue. You can lean a lot more on the AR. Even on Exodus Blue, you'll have some range lanes where you You can get on top of boxes and use the scout. But yeah, so and like I said, both sides are good. Like if you have like a crappy auto rifle in Towns of the Eagle, it's not as good, obviously. But Amit's like a great auto rifle, so yeah, that's my ultimate peak dad loadout in Destiny 2. Oh, I was gonna go over my subclass and whatnot. This ought to tell you how much I play the game, like just the insane amount of stuff I have. And this is constantly deleting stuff, obviously, like every long-time Destiny player. But you can see I got max everything. And I don't even go for power level much. I still hit 1580 easily. I only have 20 on my artifact, which a lot of people have more. But the thing is, I don't even play PvE really, and that kind of knocks you down. I mean, I do a little bit, but there's nothing to chase right now. I was going to chase that Silicon Aroma, like I said, but it has 6 perks in each slot. I already have a Bite of the Fox Sniper. I found out that's kind of better than the Silicon Aroma. It's got better stats and stability and whatnot, which is supposed to reduce flinch. So the only way that the Silicon Aroma would be better, like I got a Bite of the Fox with Snapshot. So I'd have to get a Silicon Aroma with Snapshot and Opening Shot to be better. Even then it has lower handling and stuff. But so I calculated the odds. I think it has 6 perks in each column. You can easily calculate it's just 6 times 6. So you got a 1 in 36 chance of getting that Silicon Aroma to drop. And I got like 4 of them to drop. I ran like 3 Master Nightfalls this night. I got like 4. One of them had 2 drop. The other 2 each had 1 drop. So I got like 4 drops of it last night. I didn't even get a snapshot. I was just wanting a snapshot to start with, you know. Forget anything else. But so yeah, that's the problem. So I gave up because I'm like, I'm not going to just grind this Nightfall over and over for something that has a 1 in 36 chance of dropping. And, you know, that's just an average. You could go much more than that without getting it. I probably should. But and for the other thing is I don't snipe. Like, yeah, okay, if I relied on my sniper a lot and I was a sniper main or something. But I don't really snipe, so I'm fine. And then I was going to go for the yesteryear because I wanted one with golden tricorns. I thought that'd be really nice. At the point yesterday where I thought yesteryear was doing well, but then it took a nosedive and started doing terrible. So now I don't even really care about a golden tricorn. Yes, I started playing a little Gambit. I actually enjoy Gambit, but I need something to chase. Like when you do your little pinnacles, I always do Gambit. It's fun. I actually really enjoy Gambit, but I need something to chase. To just go in there, I'd rather just play PvP, you know, for the most part. So yeah, I was thinking of chasing the Silicon Aroma and the yesterday, and now I don't really want to chase either one of those now. So I don't really have anything to chase in PvE. But I wanted to put my loadout. I just switched to Night Stalker. I've been running Arc this whole season because whenever a season comes out, I tend to run it whatever subclass, like Arc 3.0, right? So I run that subclass just because it feels like you're supposed to, you know, and it's usually strong anyway. But weirdly, for hunters, Night Stalker's still much stronger than Arc. I was running Arc. There's a few things I don't like about Arc. One, the super is bad, in my opinion. It's so slow. The people just run away from it. And then it has it's the twirly boy super where you can block, and that's nice. But you don't have enough super energy to block for very long, unless you use Raji's harness. But I run Worm's Crown all the time for the health bump on dodge. So I saw Defizzle actually turns Arcstrider into a good super, and what he does is right before he pops his super, he switches to Raji's harness. Then when his super's over, he switches back. And Raji's harness gives the super a really long runtime, and now you can block for a long time, and now it's a good super. Like I've seen Defizzle, like I say, it's a good super when Defizzle uses it, has a really long runtime, and he uses Raji's harness. But I'm not going to switch in the middle of a match. It's, you know, quick play. So the way I use it without Raji's harness, it's just not long enough. If you start blocking, it drains all your super so fast you're kind of screwed 90% of the time anyway. Like, you're coming at a bunch of people, they're sitting there just gunning at you, so you're spinning your staff to block their shots, but you're going to run out probably because, like I said, without Raju's harness, you don't have enough energy. And it's slow. So, typically, the super just annoy me. So many people get away all the time. And so it just gets on my nerves after a while. So yeah, just switch back to Night Stalker. I've been having fun with it. The thing I really liked about the Arc Hunter is the Arc Bolt Grenade. I was getting so many. I just rejiggered my armor to do 10 discipline. I just kind of never bothered before. And it's really nice. Obviously on Hunter you have to give up something. I only have 3 resilience. That sucks, but nothing I can do about that. Don't really care about it. I always get 1 super a game anyway. Don't care about strength very much. I guess it's good now on. Now I can do my little smoke bomb. I might check armor picker if I can get this higher. I probably can, but then I'll have to probably master work some stuff anyways, which I don't mind. But so here's the stats I'm running. Like I said, I've been running 10 discipline, and I found out I really enjoy that, especially with arc bolts, man. I normally never get grenade kills. I was regularly getting grenade kills, because what you do is somebody's weak, they duck behind cover, you throw that arc bolt, and I'm not good. Sometimes I'll miss or something or whatever. I won't get the kill for whatever. But I was getting quite a few kills. I was enjoying it because I never get grenade kills. But that was really nice, and now I'm using Spike Grenade in the Night Stalkers. I got 1 grenade kill recently, and I was really happy to see it with the Spike. But normally, you're not going to get those nice Arc Bolt cleanups. Arc Bolt's really nice. It's so nice, in fact, that I was thinking about just running Lucky or Asbury for kicks and giggles. What does Lucky or Asbury do? It doesn't actually... It doesn't make the chaining thing longer, I guess. It just increases the chaining capability. I don't know what that means. I don't know if it gives it more range or not. But anyways, so yeah, so just to look at what I'm running, I run Course Hunter Mobility, Hunter Recovery, and then Hunter Discipline. I've got my Ultimate Dad loadout on my Talons, my Amit, and that's what I've been running lately. I run Gallahorn because it's still the best legendary rocket, and I can't use these grenades for shit because I'm bad, and I can't use these for shit because I'm bad, and these suck. And I use this one, I need a legendary rocket. Use this all the time. I use recovery. I use scout sniper targeting, auto targeting. I not totally min-maxed this. I can probably put some charge with light mods on. I haven't been doing charge with light in a while. I know it's it can give you a boost now and then, but yeah. I run obviously scout rifle loader, auto rifle loader, radiant light. Here I run unflinching scout aim, unflinching auto aim. Again, I may be able to min-max stuff more. Here I run Absolution and Powerful Friends. And then here I run double Kickstarter, a must IMO. And that's it. The subclass is the normal stuff. Spectral. I've been using Spectral. I've been going invis with this, and it's really fun. Really enjoying it, but it's kind of stressful. You always got to be thinking about invis. But then I've tried this new thing with Spectral because roaming super is really, again, it's that OCD. It's my mind that's the problem, not the ability. Same problem I have with snipers, where I'm always hunting snipes rather than just playing when I run a sniper. With roaming supers, I always start hating. Like I mentioned, I hate the I hate the arc staff because like I always get in this mindset of like, where do I pop it to get the most kills, and then I don't want to pop it, and then I'm like, I gotta pop it soon because like I want to pop it right away in case maybe I can get a second one, which I'm not even sure why I'm worried about with arc staff because I almost never get a second one. But I'm like, you know, if you get your super and you pop it right away, you very well could get a second one later, you know. So you don't want to wait too long. But then it's like I'm always waiting for the perfect moment. Again, it's like paralysis by analysis. Like, is this time to pop it? And then I get mad because 90% of the time it ends with me chasing a guy and he guns me down or something. He may emote on me like people always do when they kill your super, and that triggers me. Or what do they call it? Where tilted. Where you get so mad. I mean, I know I shouldn't care, and to some extent I don't, but I started doing it, and I get the same thing with the Night Stalker super, where like, I don't know, I just start, roaming supers just annoy me, because I was getting this bad mindset about them, where like I want more kills, but I started doing this thing with the Night Stalker super where I'm just content with like one kill, okay? If I get one kill and I don't die, that's the thing. If I get one kill and I don't die and I get away to safety, I'm happy with it, and I'm really enjoying that so far. And then if I get a second or whatever, that's just gravy. But I don't like chase kills with it. I just try to get one at least. And the key here is not like trading, because that's what you do a lot. You may get 2, 3, 4 kills. I pretty much never get 4. You may get 2 or 3 kills if you're lucky, but then you just trade at the end. See, but me, I'm trying to get the one and get away clean, and that's been kind of fun. At least one. You know, of course you want more. Of course I'm going to go for 3 or 4 if they're all bunched up, that kind of thing. But yeah, so I've been having a lot of fun with it, playing it more stealthy. Like, I'll just pop it. It's fun. You just pop it when you're far away. I like that ability because it gives you a lot of super that the arc staff doesn't have. So you can pop it when you're far away and then just, you know, find a target and kill him. I like that. Of course, I run marksman's dodge, triple jump. I mean, you're supposed to run strafe, but I'm not good, so I don't care. Whenever I'm not running triple, I miss it. Snare bomb, obviously. Void spike grenades, because all the good players seem to run this. I've seen Grenadier Jake use them well. Really miss my arc bolts. Vanishing step, of course. Trapper's ambush, of course. I mostly use these for the stat boosts. This one's actually probably good because enhanced radar resolution, but I mean, plus 10 intellect, plus 10 mobility. Finish your final blows, don't care about that. And then this one, of course, is a must because you need the longer cooldowns. So anyway, that's my ultimate dad loadout. Talons of the Eagle and M8AR2. If you have that, and I'm not sure exactly what you can use. I don't think Percy's D is very good, but yeah.